Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Today we're going to be doing my budget with me for the last week of February, but as you guys can see, we do have some Happy Meal here. So as always, we're going to go ahead and get into this before we actually dive into the video. I will put a timestamp somewhere on the screen if you guys are wanting to skip ahead. No worries, but I wanted to just dive into this. So we're going to do the most obvious one first. So I did actually open this off camera because I was just way too excited. So if you saw my, Sunday savings, I did unbox a package from Toria's Budgets, and she, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. She asked if she could send me a coil bound version of my Something is Brewing spell book. So if you have not seen this yet, I do play this on Wizard Wednesday. It is my savings challenge book that is entirely like spell themed. So she was so kind and offered to print and coil bind this for me, and I am so excited about this. It'll be a lot easier to maneuver and use while having my binder out instead of the system I currently have. So I really appreciate that so much, and now when I transfer everything over, I can make sure to do it aesthetically. So she did send me this as well as another one for Jordan to use. So I have his copy right here, and let me tell you, he was so excited to have essentially received some Happy Meal, and I love that for him. His face like literally lit up. So the fact that we both have one means so much. So thank you, Victoria. I will link her Etsy and Ko-fi down below. Again, her name is Toria's Budgets on those two platforms, but she'll be in the description if you guys are interested in that. So thank you so much for this. I'm actually in love. Really quickly, I want to apologize for any potential background noise. It is a busy morning in the household. If you don't know, I live with my mom and then of course my husband. So there's a lot of movement right now. I apologize if you can hear any of that. But the next Happy Meal that we have comes from Lysandra. So I actually don't know what this is, but that happens a lot, and then I'll kind of open it up and then recognize or kind of like, yeah, I would recognize or recall kind of the comment or the message that I may have gotten prior to this Happy Meal being sent out. So we have this really pretty blue colored tissue paper, so it feels like a challenge. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, I'm gonna slide it out at the same time that I show you guys, that way we can all just see it together. Okay, oh my gosh, no, wait, stop, this is already so cute. Okay, so hello my beautiful budgeter, just wanted to send you some smile mail to let you know how much I truly appreciate you all for your support. Enjoy, Lysandra. So this is a super cute little card. Like the bow on this is like so aesthetically pleasing. I love that. Okay, so this is from Budgeting with Lysandra. So I, of course, will have the links in the description below. So we have a little coffee IOU card. Oh, it's tea. Sorry, I totally messed that up. It says, "You'll always be my bestie." That's so cute. And then we have this tiny that says, "Hi bestie," and this one has a little hot cup on it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little hearts. So this could be a mini or it could be a tiny, whichever you plan to use. So then we have a scratch, roll, and save. So it has some blank squares for you to roll a die to figure out what you're going to be stuffing. Then some little spots to go ahead and scratch. So that is so awesome. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate that. I'm for sure going to be using this like ASAP. I decided to go ahead and switch up the way I do Sunday savings, which you guys will see in the first one of March. I know, so many switch ups, but just bear with me. I promise it will be fun. If you guys tuned in the first time I was tasting this coffee mate, I think it was like on a Friday, I was saying that I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but we're actually almost done with the bottle, and I do think I will be repurchasing. I used to get like the Delight brand pre-made coffee, but honestly that one is like, compared to this, that one's like a freaking milkshake in a bottle, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we're gonna flip to week number 4. So this is my planner from Plum Paper. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, I tried to say that sentence like 5 times before this clip and butchered it every time. So this is, again, Plum Paper. Oh my god. So I do make my own washi stickers. I make them on Canva, print them on sticker paper, and just cut them that way. Yeah, and then I handwrite my entire spread. So could be psychotic, could be detailed, whatever you want to, I guess, view it as. So what I didn't do actually was write in my business expenses for this week. So I have them separate because this does not come out of the $200 that we budget weekly. Now, I don't know what taxes will be, but I do know that Happy Meal is going to get I was going to do the same 5, but part of me wants to up it because I did just pull that money for some stamps. So we'll give Happy Mail 10, and we're going to give monthly giveaway $10 as well. So I will come back and fill in taxes. We will just kind of, I guess I'll let you guys know when we're actually stuffing what that amount is going to be. So let's go ahead and go back to our spread. So if you guys are new to a budget with me, I always start with my little savings post-it note first. Let me also grab my calculator. Here is my calculator, and we're going to put 200 on here. There we go. Baby binders. So for my baby binder, I do like to use a scratch off challenge. And we do scratch the number together in my weekly cash stuffings. We did scratch number 8. However, I did not scratch the rest of it off. Normally I do that off camera so that way it's ready for the next video. So let's just do that real quick. I was gonna pick a few more numbers because I want to kind of stuff a lot more than just 8 because I want to make sure I'm at least making it all the way to the back of the binder. But last week it did eat up a lot of our budget, so we're just gonna leave it as is, which will be $8. Okay, so minus 8. The reason I also leave it like halfway scratched is because if it was all the way, I would not have been able to guess where we had left off. So this one is You're the Otter Half of My Heart from Jenna Budgets US. It's numbers 1 through 10 and save 80. So that just stays in the back of my budget binder. And again, we will scratch next week's number together in my cash stuffing. So, okay, let's close that up. So next we're gonna go into my savings challenge binder. And we're going to start with Disney icons. So we are actually starting, if you're interested in my Care Bear dashboard, it is an Instagram exclusive. But if you have an Etsy order, you can message me through Instagram that you want this, pay for it that way, and then I can ship it with your Etsy order. So let's see, Disney icons. We are starting Snuggly Duckling. We have officially made it halfway through this challenge. This is a $20 card. So we're going to go ahead and do $10 right now and get 2 ducks out of the way. If you guys couldn't tell, Disney icons is like one that I'm really trying to power through. So yeah, let's see. Disney icons, $10. Okay, so next we have my monthly savings challenge. We do just have 1 space left on this, and that is going to be number 18. So it is a fairly high number, but that will complete this challenge. Okay, so monthly, $18. That is why I had to leave baby binder low this week because we're going to have quite a few high numbers. Okay, so for my debt binder, what I usually do is I'll roll a dice because I'm using my Haunted Mansion dice game. But I think I'm just going to pull this at the end of the month and just make that payment already because it sitting here is just kind of like, I don't know, I just don't really like that it's taking so long. So I don't know what I'm going to replace it with, but I do still want to have a debt savings challenge in this binder since this is for my student loans. And right now they're currently in forbearance, so I want to make sure that I kind of get ahead on these payments before it starts getting interest again. So let's see, we do have a $6 space or an $8 space because if it has the little ghosts, that is worth double. So we're going to go ahead and just do $8 and then we will knock that $4 off. So debt is going to get 8 and we are going to go ahead and mark this off right now. That way I don't forget later. So I don't think I subtracted 8. Okay, so that's going to be it for debt. Usually I will stop right here, but we do have budget roundup and I kind of want to chance it, but we haven't done our long term yet. So let's go ahead and do my long term first. And then we will see if we come back for budget roundup, which I can totally focus on that after I finish Disney icons. But you know me, I'm always trying to do too much. So let's grab my long-term savings challenge. Once again, if you're new here, I did get a digital download of 16 challenges from Savvy Budget Babe on Etsy. And as my long-term challenge for 2025, I'm just trying to see how many of these I can get through. Now, I did organize mine from lowest amount to highest, which is going to slow me down as the year progresses. However, we're going to see just how far we get. So for this, I like to roll usually a D20. And I think we're going to go ahead and just do a D20 because it's the last stuffing of the month. What do we have to lose? And this number corresponds to the number of spaces, not the dollar amount. So if it rolls a 20, we are not stuffing $20. We're going to stuff 20 spaces, which in this case could be $40 if I even have 20 dots left. So, okay, I have my little dice tower. This is from Etsy, but I do have the listing link down below if you're interested. And we're going to use my original D20, not my mushroom one. So, oh my gosh, pray for me, because if I get a 20, that's going to be $40. A 1. No. No, we're going to do more, because just 1? Really? We have 16 of these to get through. A 2. So that's 3 spaces. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's 18. What's 18 plus 3? 21. It was 18, but we got 3 other rolls. That's 21, so that would be $42. First of all, let's see if I even have 21 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I'm going to make the executive decision to just go with the $18 because that will finish off this challenge versus pulling the second one out right now and then doing the math for all of that. So we're just going to do the 18 spaces, which 18 times 2 is $36. Honestly, could have been worse. So 36, that will finish this off. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, okay. All right, so with that being said, no, we are not going back to budget roundup. And honestly, that's actually really funny. But, you know, savings is always a good thing. So even if it eats up half my budget, it is what it is. Because this is my long-term challenge. The point is to get through as many of these as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and add all this up and put it down here. And then I will come back with our updated remaining balance. Okay, so I am returning to you with $120. This is $80 going into savings, which to date, I think is the highest amount that we've had on this sticky note in one go. So I'm actually not disappointed in that. It is what it is. So let's see. For my wallet, I usually like to do this next because these numbers kind of stay the same all of the time. Now, I know for a fact I still have money in my gas envelope. So I think what I'm going to do is instead of rolling that into gas buffer, is I'm just going to put this at 0 and I'm going to stuff 0, but I'm going to leave the rollover that's in there. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to put a 0 here and a 0 here. That way I know that the $20 in gas did not come from this budget. So hopefully that makes sense. So then food is going to get $25, which actually this week seems to have proved like to be a good number. Then fun and coffee and snacks. Let me see. So we did use fun money at the movies yesterday. So I could stuff it again, especially now that I'm like not stuffing gas, or I could stuff coffee and snacks, which actually this coffee is pretty good, so I'll probably be buying or like drinking coffee at home. So we'll just do $10 into fun and 0 into coffee and snacks. So we're at $85. So next I'm gonna go into, well, I kind of want to do my pets before I do like Disney and travel. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that first. So I'm using this scratch off for preventions, which is the fund I use to buy Wanda's preventative for flea, tick, and heartworm, which actually that reminds me, I need to go get that today because I have not gotten it this month. So the reason I'm using a scratch off challenge is because when her heartworm test renews in the summer, I want to buy this preventative in bulk because it'll save me at least $10 a month. It should save me more than that, but yeah, so what I need to do is save the normal amount for her preventative in the meantime while also allocating more to it. So I'm using this challenge from Planning Rissa, and let's see. We'll go ahead and just do, it's a save $50. We'll do this one. What is it? Oh, $10. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add, I think we're just going to bite the bullet and do 20 because again, I need to actually be beefing this up and not like, oh, $10, let me just add 5 extra. You know, because it's not really going to do too much. So we'll go ahead and do $20. We did scratch a 10, and then we're going to be adding a normal 10. So let's see. Preventions, $20. Okay. So is that right? Yeah. I thought I just saw an 80 on there. Let me see. We came with 120, 25, 10, 85, minus 20. 65? Okay, so we're going to go to my Christmas scratch-off challenge. This one is from BudgetWithAmanda. It's a save 35. I did decide to go ahead and just do this one and kind of have fun with Christmas in the meantime because we're not very close to it yet. And then the closer we get, I will do like higher amounts. So let's see what we're going to be stuffing. Okay, so we did get a 3. I think we'll just go ahead and leave it at that because I will actually be implementing like tiny savings challenges that are just going to go towards Christmas, and then another Christmas envelope that I added into my annuals, which, just to briefly explain why I'm going to have Christmas in 2 places, the Christmas in my sinking funds binder will be for my family's gifts and like just for my family essentially. Now the Christmas in my annuals binder, it's not listed here because I'm not going to budget for it weekly. It's just going to get funded by challenges. But for 2 years in a row now, I've pulled people from the angel trees, like for the Salvation Army stuff. So I want to actually budget for it this year because every other year I'm just like, oh, I just have the money in my buffer. Like, let me just do this. So this time I'm going to help lessen that load and actually budget for that. So yes, $3. I don't think we subtract that yet. Okay, so we're at $62. Now we can go ahead and go into like Disney and travel and stuff. So those are usually my main priorities. I'll typically start with those, but I changed it up today. So let's flip to Disney trip. Yeah, we'll start with this one. So I'm using a savings challenge from Budgeting on a Budget. And I think last week we did one from the higher card, which I kind of want to stay doing that. So let's see. We're at $62. I honestly think we can comfortably do a 20. So we're going to do that. We're going to do $20 into Disney trip. So where is that? Right here. So then we're going to flip to travel. And I did finish my other savings challenge. So we are using this one, which was a freebie from EzpressoDesigns. It's actually the thank you card. So we're going to use that to save more because it is a $100 savings challenge. The good thing is I know for a fact we're going to make a fair amount of progress on this in my reallocation video because I did finish a challenge that was allocated specifically to travel. So let me see. These have a lot of lower numbers than the other one did. I think the other one, the lowest number was like $5. So we're going to do a combination of some cups because we're going to try to get through this fairly quickly. I think we could do 15. So there's a 10 and a 5. Or I can do 9, 1, and a 5. But for sure, we'll do 15. So let me just go ahead and write that down. 15 into travel. This is what we're going to use to purchase our flights. So that's why I need to kind of get a little more ahead on this one than the actual spending money, just because we're going to use it a lot sooner. Okay, so now $27. What are we going to do? $27. I know the animals, or the cats at least, need more pet food. So let's see what they have. Let's see what they have in pet food, and then we're going to see what the cats have alone, because I do like to have an extra like sealed box of litter as well as deodorizer. So I planned to buy that today. Food has $20, $30, and $35. 35, let me see. We can add 10. 35, well, honestly, $40 should be enough. So where is that? Pet food, we're gonna just add 5. And then let's see what the cats themselves have. Where are they? Right here. I think they have a good chunk because I haven't really touched this in a while. So they have 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. $40. Their litter box, or like the box of litter we plan to buy, is like 20. And then the deodorizer is like 8 maybe. So that would cover it, but it would also kind of use it up. So I'm going to just add $5 in there, which I know is like probably nothing. Okay, now I think that's good for like the majority of our bases covered. So now we can kind of venture off into everything else. So haircut, I'm going to give $5. And since I'm going to be switching up my Sunday savings, I'm going to unstuff all of the challenges I have on there, even if they're not completed, which I know is probably stupid, but I'm just going to do it that way because I'm going to like be switching the way I'm doing Sunday savings. So none of those will be considered completed challenges, but that's honestly fine. We have the rest of the year to do all of that. So we have $12 left. Let me think about where this can go because we haven't stuffed vaccines in quite a while, so I feel like I should give that some love. So we will do $5 into vaccines. and then we can do one into my birthday, one into Jordan's birthday. So that's $2, and then we have 5 left. So I could throw it into my section so that we're like even. Maybe wish list, because wish list is going to be what I use to fund like any miscellaneous items that we need for Disney, like a travel backpack or portable chargers, those kinds of things. So, or maybe actually into spending, because we do still have our film cameras from our honeymoon Disney trip that we have not developed yet. And we're actually sitting on quite a few film cameras that we have not developed yet, but it'll be $20 per camera. So we kind of have to bulk that up. I don't know. Actually, we'll just do it into wish list, and then I'll allocate savings challenges into spending, I think. Okay, so that should be all of our money. Let me go ahead and just double check. So I'm going to retally all this up off camera and then come check in with you guys. Okay, so we did get an ending total of $200, and then of course my business expenses are on top of that. So we know for sure we're at least stuffing $220, but we'll have to see what my taxes come out to, and then that'll also be added to this total. So with that being said, you guys, that is going to be all for this budget with me. I really hope that you all enjoyed watching. Okay, so I lied really quickly. I actually have an Etsy drop that I was supposed to show you guys in today's video, because these will be dropping on the 1st, and I wanted to kind of give you an early sneak peek at them, because I know I tend to drop stuff like same day, which is not always convenient for everybody. So this is the first video that I'm going to be showing my Etsy drop in, but I do also plan to show it, I think, in my normal cash stuffing. We will see on that, because I might use some of these as like giveaway bundles. Now that doesn't mean they're going to be part of the monthly like regular giveaway. They could be just extra surprise ones. So if you stick around long enough into honestly any of my videos, more often than not you might find like a mini giveaway. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive into these. So all of these are A5 scratch and saves. This is all I have made for March 1st. Now between now and then I may add a few. I'm not too sure. If I do add any, I will be sure to show those first anytime that I'm kind of walking through these. So right on top we have Magic Delivery, save $50. This is of course Harry Potter inspired. I have 2 different types of owls on here with numbers beneath them. So the way I do my listing photos now is on the photo it'll tell you the amounts, like the denominations you can find under the stickers, even if it's not on the card. So yeah, then we have another kind of wizardy themed one. So this is more of like a potion candle shop, and it is save 75. Then I have my priorities are books and coffee. So this is a save 50 plus, which means there is a multiplier under here. So just be aware of that. You might run into that when you're using this challenge. Then we have 2 underwater otter themed challenges. So one of them is a save $80. And I don't remember the denominations, but again, it would be in the listing photo. This one is a mystery challenge, but it does tell you that the amounts are 5 through 13. So those are those 2. Then we have another otter themed one, of course. So it says you otter have some tea, amounts 1 through 9. So this one as well is like a mystery challenge, but it does tell you the denominations that you'll find on that. Then probably 2 of my favorites, honestly, besides the otter ones, I have this one that says Peach Please, and the amounts are 1 through 20. So this one is a little bit of a higher challenge. I don't really know how many times a higher number like occurs on this, if I'm being honest with you, because that's a really big gap. When I make these challenges, I don't remember what I put underneath them. Even if I'm looking at it to put the stickers on like 5 times in a day, I'm not going to remember. So then we have a save 100, and it is like this cherry bow / bear themed one, and I love it. So those are going to be all of the current A5 scratch and saves. These will all come with rounded corners, which I think I'm just going to start rounding the corners on my original challenges. I don't know. I just get scared to do that because that's not how it was in the listing photo. So I don't want people to get mad at me, but that is all for the Etsy drop, at least that I have for right now. Again, if I do add anything, which I probably won't, I will be sure to mention that the next time I show this, which will probably be on Thursday, since I know not everybody is going to tune into this video. But yeah, so now back to like the regular outro. Let me know if there's anything that you like have a question about, or maybe you want me to explain a little bit more. So I did get actually some comments that perhaps I need to start upping my weekly budget. So I might sit down and revisit that for the month of March now that we are ending a month, and I kind of did a consecutive amount consecutive was not the right word. I did a consistent amount every single week, which I mean, I feel is working for me because a lot of this stuff I do want to start funding with savings challenges. So it's just a whole thing. I guess we'll see how I can switch it up for the next month. But again, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed watching. Please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. And let me see. Oh, I do actually have a giveaway that was announced in my second February cash stuffing. Check that out because that giveaway ends on Thursday. And at the time that you're watching this, I did repick a winner for the mystery dice set because the original winner did not claim their prize. So by the time this video is up, the new winner will be picked. You can find that on my community tab, which is under posts on my channel. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.